everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Makeup. In this video it will be a crochet tutorial, as you know. So this video, as you can see, I am gonna make this amazing top or tank. It's a cool Kanata Kerchief tank. I call it square tank or square top. It's so amazing, it's so fluffy and so perfect for summer. I love it because it looks so beautiful and so chic, and at the same time it's easy. It's really nice and easy for a beginner. So if you're a beginner crochet, it will be so easy for you because there is nothing complicated about it, and in the same time looks so beautiful and looks so valuable. I love stuff when it turns out really nice and really beautiful, but it doesn't take a lot of effort, and the stitches is so easy to make. So for this video, we're gonna make this amazing top or tank. So if you want to see how to make it and you want to make one for yourself, so please keep watching. I'm gonna share everything with you. So let's get started. So for this tutorial, we're gonna use this perfect and beautiful yarn from Elise. It's Elise Diva. So I'm gonna use this lovely color. It's a kind of a nude pink color or cashmere color, whatever you're gonna call it. So this is the color that I'm gonna use, and it's 100% acrylic. So it's nice and perfect for summertime. And a 100 gram or 350 meters or 383 yards. So it's nice and have a lot of yarn in each skein. And I'm gonna use a 5mm hook for this project because I want it to be wide and nice. So this is the yarn I'm gonna use. So let's get started. Hi everyone, so let's start our tutorial. So as you can see, I have my yarn right here and I'm gonna do a magic ring. So that's how I'm gonna have it. I'm gonna hold it with my thumb like this and just wrap it around my two fingers and make like an X on the back of my two fingers like this, and grab my hook and just go from underneath and take this yarn like this and grab it, and here we go. So just be careful because the yarn is so loose right now. So I'm gonna hold it with my fingers right now, and here we go. I did my magic ring. So now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna make 3 chains. This will be as a 1 double crochet. So this is my first double crochet in my next work. So next I'm gonna grab the yarn and make another 2 double crochets inside that circle, like this. So now I have 3 double crochet with the 3 chains as a double crochet. Now I'm gonna chain 2 and do 3 double crochets inside the circle. So this will be my next 3 double crochets. So grab the yarn and take the yarn and make my double crochet inside that circle. Don't worry, it's really big now, but I'm gonna just grab the yarn. This is the tail. You can see I close it a little bit. So now I'm gonna chain 2, and now again I'm gonna make another 3 double crochets inside that circle. That will be my third set. Again, chain 2 and my last 3 double crochets. So I need 3 double crochets to make my square. So this is my last one. As you can see, I have my 4 sets, 1 2 3 4. Now I finished. Now I'm gonna grab that tail and just close my magic circle, and voila, it's closed and nice. Now I'm gonna chain 2 to finish my work, and as you can see, we'll finish the row. And now I'm gonna count 1 2, and in that third one I'm gonna slip stitch. Now I finished my first row, closed it, and it's perfect. Okay, so now as you can see, I have this little baby square. This will be the basic of my work. It's so important. So what I'm gonna do next, I'm gonna go to the next row. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna make 3 chains. This will be as a double crochet again. Now inside that space, as you can see here, I'm gonna make another double crochet, or make a double crochet inside it. So now I have 2 double crochets inside that space, and I'm gonna chain 1 And for my first stitch, I'm gonna skip it. I'm not gonna do anything to it. And in the next stitch, I'm gonna make a double crochet inside that stitch. Okay, now I'm making just a lot of squares, gonna be obvious. So now I'm gonna chain one and again skip one stitch, and next I'm gonna make 2 double crochet inside the space because there's no stitches there. So I need to make 2 double crochet, and again I'm gonna make 2 chains and again 2 double crochets in the same space. So this is where I'm gonna make the corners of my square, so it's really important. So in each corner I'm gonna make 2 double crochets, chain 2, 2 double crochet. Now I'm gonna chain 1, skip that stitch. So you can see I have 3 right there. So I'm gonna skip the first one and go in that next one, which would be the middle one, and make a double crochet inside it, chain 1 and skip the next one. So now I'm gonna go to the corner and make 2 double crochets, 2 chains, and 2 double crochets inside this space or inside this corner. And in each corner I'm gonna do the same thing, so it's a basic thing to do. Now I'm gonna continue doing the rest of the row, and I'm gonna come back at the end of this one to show you how to go to the next one. Now I'm almost done, so now I need to finish everything. So I had my chain 1, and I'm gonna just make my 2 double crochets to finish the rest of this corner because I have 2. I need another 2 double crochets in chain 2, and I'm gonna just in the third chain that I made from the beginning of the row, and I'm gonna slip stitch to finish my row. And as you can see, it's perfect, it's nice, it's hidden, and looks pretty good. Now let's go to the third row. And again, I'm gonna start as usual at the corner, and at the corner I'm gonna make 3 chains as a double crochet, and inside the space I'm gonna make a double crochet. So now I have my 2 double crochets. Okay, so in this row I'm gonna make 1 double crochet in each stitch. I'm gonna just work a double crochet in all the stitches, so I'm not gonna skip anything. So this is my first stitch, as you can see here. I'm gonna go inside the stitch and make a double crochet, and go to the next stitch and make another double crochet. So in each stitch I'm gonna make 1 double crochet, and in the corners I'm gonna make 2 double crochet, 2 chains, 2 double crochet. So as you can see here, I have a space, so this space will work as 1 double crochet because I have 1 stitch in there. So I'm gonna make 1 double crochet inside the space, and I have a stitch right there like for the previous double crochet from the previous row, and make 1 double crochet above it, and in a space I'm gonna make 1 double crochet. And now I have two stitches from the 2 double crochet from the previous row. Okay, and I'm gonna make 2 double crochets above them, as you can see. So I'm not gonna skip anything. In a space I'm gonna make 2 double crochets as usual, 2 chains, 2 double crochets, and I'm gonna continue working this row in my four parts, or in the whole square. I'm gonna work a double crochet in each stitch until I reach the end of the row. Okay, so as you can see, I finished this row and looks pretty good, and all double crocheting everywhere. So now I finished, almost done, and make my 2 double crochet in the corner. I'm gonna chain 2 and go to the third stitch from the very beginning and make a slip stitch to it. So I close this row, which is perfect. So as you can see, it's so nice and beautiful. So let's go to the next row. As you can see, I have a square here, and I'm gonna call this double crochet as a solid row. So I have one square row and one solid row. So this row will be a square row. So I'm gonna alternate between the square and solid rows, just back and forth until I finish my work. So as you can see, I started with 3 chains and 1 double crochet in a space as usual, and chain 1 to make my square. Skip the first stitch, and I'm gonna go to the next one and make 1 double crochet above it, and chain 1, skip the next one and go to the next stitch. I'm gonna make my double crochet again, chain 1, skip 1 stitch, and the next one I'm gonna make a double crochet, and continue doing this to make my squares. So you make 1 chain above and skip 1 stitch below, and continue doing this until I reach the corner. Okay, so as you can see, I almost have 1 stitch beside the corner, so now you know you're working in the right way. So now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna chain 2, get chain 1 and make 2 double crochets, and 2 chains, 2 double crochets inside each corner, and continue doing this as we did the first square row that we made, and I'm gonna continue until I reach the end of this row. So as you can see, I finished this row, and I have 1 square, 1 solid, 1 square rows. I'm gonna alternate between both. So the next one, which will be the row number 5, I'm gonna make a solid row. Again, I'm gonna chain 3 and make a double crochet inside the space as part of my corner, and now I'm gonna make a double crochet in each stitch. I'm not gonna skip anything. 1 double crochet above each stitch, and in the space I'm gonna make 1 double crochet in each space as 1 stitch. And as you can see, I have a space here, so I'm gonna make a double crochet above it, and again I have another stitch, I'm gonna make a double crochet above it. And just like as we did before, I just wanted to show you this more obvious from the previous row because it's a bigger row. So I'm gonna continue just a little bit to show you how it's gonna look like when I alternate between both rows. And of course, as usual at the corner, I'm gonna make 2 double crochet, 2 chains, 2 double crochet. That's basic, okay? So this is the square after we made several rows, about 5 rows. And as you can see, I alternate between the square and the solid rows, as I want to call it. So and as you work, this square is going to be bigger and bigger, and the bigger it is, it will be nicer as a top. That for me, I'm going to show you how. I'm going to show you 1 square. So I need 4 squares for this top, so this is one of them. So as we work, gonna looks like this exactly. So this is my baby square I'm gonna work on. So when I finish this one, will be just like this one. So, and as you can see, I have like 1 square and 1 solid rows alternating between each other. So now as you can see, I have the solid rows, and I'm gonna count my work on one type of rows because it's easier. Of course you can count on each row, but for me it's easier for me to count to see if I'm in the right track. For me, I have 11 solid rows or double crochet rows. I have 11. So I don't know how many rows with the square one, but this is easier way to count. You can count all the squares, all the rows if you like, but for me it's easier. So I have 11 double crochet rows or solid rows, as I want to call it. In this video will be easier to say. So now I need 4 squares for my top. So I already finished 3 of them and I'm working on the 4th right now. So this is my 4th square. I'm gonna finish it and I'm gonna come back to you to show you how to make everything together and seam everything together to make a really nice top. So grab your yarn and start working with the squares. Make 4 of them and come back with me to see how to make everything perfect. So stay tuned. Okay, so I finished my 4 squares and as you can see I'm having them more like round because they are really big for my table and I just want to show you how you're gonna seam it. So I'm gonna just apply it like this and in the center I'm gonna leave it open and seam all the corners to make it one big solid square without seaming the center. The center will be my neck hole and armpit hole. So I'm gonna leave just a few stitches from like up down. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna seam my work on the 4 corners from down up. And as you can see, this should be on the other side around. But anyway, so I'm gonna seam all the way and leave just a space like this for my neck part and arm part. And do the same thing for my 4 corners. So I'm gonna leave it just like this. Okay, and again for this corner I'm gonna take it from down up and leave the same amount of stitches, and again in this corner as well, and this corner as well. When I finish I will have one big square without having any seaming in the center, and this will be open. Okay, it will be more obvious when I show you in like in a moment. So of course you can leave it like more stitches, less stitches, just as you like. And at the step of each square like this, I'm gonna make straps. I'm gonna make 2 straps on each side, of course, because I have 2 arms, and I'm gonna make two straps to finish my work. Will be the last part of the video, and the top will be finished after that. So let's go to my table to show you how to do everything. Okay, so let's start seaming. So I have 2 squares facing each other, and the wrong side is facing outside, facing me, and the right side of both squares are inside. So this is wrong side too. So I'm gonna seam on the wrong side on each square. So let's get started. So first I'm gonna align the 2 squares together. So this will be my center. So I have the 2 strands together, so it's easy for me to hide them when I finish my work. And now I'm gonna seam all the way to the mark. So I have 2 marks on each, I have 1 mark on each square, so I have 2 and they are facing each other. And what I did, I just counted 18 double crochets from the tip to the mark. So I will leave only 18. So as you can see, I have these, I'm counting it, so I have 18, but in this square I have 19. I don't know what is the difference, but in each square one have 18 and one have 19 in each square when I seam my work. So I guess that's normal. So I have 1 extra here, that's normal in the work. I have it on all the squares, so one will be 18 and one will be 19, that's normal. So it's the same thing. So this is the part I'm gonna leave without seaming. So this will be around my neck and underneath my arm, for my armhole when I make the straps. So let's get started in the seaming. So to seam, of course, I'm gonna use the same yarn because everything will be nice and perfect. And this is my yarn. So now I'm choosing between like, I don't know what I'm gonna use. This is 4.5mm hook, and this is my 5mm hook that I used for this project. So I'm gonna use the 4.5mm hook and see how it's gonna look like, and actually ended up very well using the 4.5. So I'm gonna use 4.5mm hook for the seaming process. So I will have my needle and take it inside the corner of my squares and take my yarn just like that and grab the yarn from this hole. And then I'm gonna take the 2 strands together to secure the yarn, and then I'm gonna make a chain with the 2 strands. Okay, so now it's a little bit secure. It's not really secure, but when I'm wearing a work, it could be more secure and nice. But what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna make another chain to make it more secure. I love to make everything more secure, so that's why I made another chain. You can do it, you cannot. It just as you like. So these are the strands that I'm gonna hide later on. Okay, so I'm gonna leave it to the side right now. So now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take the back loop of each stitch. So I'm gonna show you the back loop that I'm gonna take. So this is, as you can see, I have 2 loops in every stitch. I'm gonna take only this one here. This is the back loop I'm gonna take. So I'm gonna use a needle to show you more. So as you can see, this is the back loop that I'm gonna take with me in the seaming process, and this is the back loop of the other side. So I have 2 loops will be inside. This will be facing in to the right side. That make the look, after I finish seaming, will make the look of the top more perfect and nice, and it will hide the seaming. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take the back loop of each stitch and take it and make a slip stitch. That's it. This is all I'm gonna do. Take the back loop from each stitch like this, and take the back loop from the opposite stitch, and then yarn over and take it and slip stitch. And I'm gonna repeat again. As you can see, take the 2 back loops and take my yarn and slip stitch. Okay, don't make it so tight, just make it like a medium. Don't make it too loose or too tight. You don't want to have it really stretched and like very tight, and you don't want to have it like really loose, because you need it to be nice and neat. So don't just work your way and just make it nice. So here I'm gonna show you just a little bit, just testing, because I was testing the needle, and in the same time showing you how it's gonna look like when I finish seaming. So as you can see, these 2 lines hiding the seaming process, these are the inside loops that I left, and looks so beautiful and nice. So when I finish my seaming, it will be invisible, and at the same time looks so perfect. So let's continue doing the same process and finish the seaming. So almost there. So the last stitch I'm gonna make, so I'm gonna take the back loop again and take the back loop from the opposite stitch, and yeah, we're done. So I finished. So after that, I'm gonna cut the yarn and fasten off, but before doing that, I'm gonna see how it's gonna look like, if it's perfect or not, if it's tight, if it's loose. That I'm gonna like repeat everything again to make it perfect. So now, as you can see, after I finished, it was really perfect. It was in the right tension of the yarn. It's not tight and have like, it's like stretchy, a little bit stretchy, which I really wanted to have in the top. As you can see, looks so beautiful and so clean seaming. I love the way the seam turned out. So now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna finish the 4 squares. So these are the 2 for the front part. Okay, as you can see, this will be the neck opening. So as you can see, this is the top, this is the right side, this is the 2 in the front, so I have another 2 in the back. And when I finish, I'm gonna make the same process to the sides. I'm gonna connect all the 4 together, like in the same way as I showed you from a while ago when I have it all on the ground, showing you how it's gonna, like how we're gonna seam everything, because it's a really big one. So this is what I'm gonna do, and after I finish the 4 squares connect all together, I'm gonna make the straps on the corners of my squares and to finish the top. Now I'm gonna show you how it's gonna look like when we finish it. So when we finish it and wear it, it will look just like that. So this will be the top when we finish and wear it. So let's continue seaming everything. I'm gonna come back in a second to show you how to make the straps. Stay tuned. Okay, Okay, I am back after I finished my seaming. So I finished seaming the 4 squares together. This is seaming as you saw from a while ago and looks so beautiful. So I did the same thing in the 4 corners, and this is my front part. I had this earring to know this is my front part, and I finished 1 strap, and as you can see, this is the center part that we talked about in the ground part of the video, like on the floor. So this is the part that we left without seaming, and I finished 1 straps or 1 strap. So now I'm going to show you how to do the strap exactly like this and finish our top. So let's go to the other side. Of course, this is the right side of the work, so you need to do the straps on the right side of the work. Okay, this is the back part of my top. So I'm gonna take my yarn and use the 4.5mm hook that I use for the seaming because it's perfect. It's not too big, it's not too small, it's just perfect for making the strap. So this is, as you can see, 4.5mm hook. I zoomed in so you can see perfectly. So I'm gonna go to the corner here, and from the back part, I'm gonna start from the back, front, and go to the back. So when I finish and hide all the like the strands, it will be perfect, it will be on the back part only. So as I did before, I'm gonna connect my yarn, and now I'm gonna make chain from 35 chains. So let's do it. So I finished my 35 chains. Yeah, sorry, I was out of focus. Now I am in focus, so let's go to the front corner. So I'm gonna go in that corner, in this space of the corner, and just connect that chain that I made. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna just yarn over and make single crochet, and then I'm gonna make another single crochet in the same space. So this will make it wider, a little bit wider and more secure, because the top is really heavy when you wear it and it's wide. So I need to make sure, as you know, I love to make everything secure. So now I'm gonna go to my chain and make half double crochet on each chain. So I end up with 35 half double crochet. So I'm gonna continue doing this, make half double crochet in each stitch or each chain until I reach the back corner again. So I am at the end. So now I had a chain, but it was so tight, so I just kept it. And now I'm gonna make a single crochet on this piece or on the corner to secure my strap, and then I'm gonna yarn over and cut the yarn. So as you can see, it looks beautiful, it looks secure and wide and perfect on the back part, and also looks so secure on the front part. And the width of the strand is so perfect. Of course, you can make a single crochet or half double crochet as you like it's wide or not. And yeah, so I have my scissor here, and I'm gonna cut the yarn and fasten off because everything is perfect. So I'm gonna finish this strap. Okay, and my cat just came to say hi. His name is Horace, and he's perfect. He's so lovely, and I love him so much. So say hi to Horace. Okay, he decided to leave me alone, so let's show you how it's gonna look like. The top is perfect. Of course, all these strands that we have here all around the top will be hidden. I'm gonna hide it later on. I'm gonna hide it like off camera. Yeah, of course you can cut them, but it's better to hide them inside the work before you cut them to make everything secure and nice, and make sure that it will not come out. So this is the top, and it's so perfect. I love it how it looks. It's so amazing when you wear it, and it's so like fluffy and perfect. So yeah. So this is the project or the tutorial of this video. I really hope you like this crochet top. I love it so much. It's so amazing and I enjoy wearing them because I have another one, like a red one. So I have two of them, so I love wearing them. It's so chic and so amazing, and I love them. It's so perfect for the summer. So this is for this tutorial. I really hope you like it, and as usual, don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe, and share the video with your friends if you like it. And don't forget to follow me on Instagram and Facebook. These links will be in the description box down below. And don't forget to hit the bell button so you have notification every time I upload a new video on my channel. And I'm gonna see you soon in the next video. I love you so much. Bye.